Hello, I'm CammyG and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World weekly update videos. So there's loads to cover today. We're going to try and get through this fairly quickly if we can. Because it's a weekly, we've got a llama there, we've got stuff in the item shop, we've got a new quest line, a new mission for Hit the Road. There's loads to cover. Also doing the daily quests and the mission alert rewards as well. So let's strap in and get on with it. So in the llama store, as you can see, the limited time one is the SciFi llama with 5 available for you to purchase. Now I'm going to go over this in the collection book once we've done everything else, just to briefly show what's worth getting and what isn't. But yeah, there's some really good weapons and some good heroes in here. Cyberclops. Whoa, what was that? I don't know. But yeah, we've got plenty to cover that, so I'll just move on. In the event store, we have 2 new heroes. So Star Spangled Headhunter. She is a Warcry hero, so if you like Warcry, might want to get her for that. But I mean, I don't think it's that useful a perk personally, but it's up to you. And then Star Spangled, we have Impossibility Matrix. So that is if you use a charge fragment to use your Teddy or Shock Tower, the cooldown is reduced by an additional 10% if he's in support, or 30% if he's in main. So you can get some really short cooldowns, but you'll have to really be using someone that, produces charge fragments, unless you just collect like 10 before doing the defense. And then you sacrifice damage. So I don't really recommend putting him in builds, but he's there if you need him. In the weekly store, we have the legendary Flux refreshed. So if you need that, grab that. All your evolution materials as usual, and we've got double lightning in a ball. So if you need lightning in a ball, I know we've had a lot of people in the stream ask for this, so there you go. Spend your gold and get all of what you need. Right, daily quests. So war games. Canny, we've got Safe Zone, Close Quarters, you should be alright. Plankton, Hotspots, Close Quarters, you might struggle with a combination of those two. Stonewood is Mist Pods, no Building Zone, you should be fine. You might just have to take care of Mist Pods, but you might be fine otherwise. And Twine, Meltdown, Close Quarters, you should be fine as well. So if you don't have builds for these, check out the description. We have AFK Endurance builds for every area, so check out those if you are missing any of those. And then the daily Endurance is Twine, so yeah, just if you need that, check out the video for that. Right, what do we have? Hit the Road. Escort Penny is this week's item. You don't get a hero, you don't get a weapon, you just get loads of gold, which honestly is great for my ult, so I'm definitely going to be running that. But if it's on your main, or you're just looking for the weapons and heroes, you can probably skip it this week. It's up to you. Other than that, yeah, there's not really much to show here. We do have Beyond the Stellar Horizon, though, event quest. So if I go to the quest tab here, we've gone to the last page, and you can see we've got, I think she's called, is it Azalea Clark, I think? And I believe she increases energy ability damage by something. 15%? 30%? I'll have to check, if I'm honest, because I can't remember exactly. But she's alright. I mean, there's better heroes for sure. And then you also get a weapon further down. So you get one of these, but it's going to be epic. But, we can cover the sci-fi stuff later anyway. So, finally, we make it to the map. Starting in the Venture Zone, I can't go any higher than 108 at the moment, which is kind of annoying because there's 2 legendary survivors and they are in the 124 and in the 140 zone. For the 108, we've got a legendary shotgun there, and then in the repair, we've got a legendary melee. Other than that, I can just show you the 4-player missions if you want, but you can obviously log in to see these. We've got Schematic XP, Reperk's not too bad, Schematic XP again, which kind of sucks, Survivor XP, not too great, and then Schematic XP once again. So yeah, nothing too fancy, but in the very top area, if you are there, check out the 124 and 140 for those 2 legendary survivors if you do need those. Now, let's head into Stonewood, see if there's anything there that's juicy, and no, not really. I mean, who's surprised it's Stonewood? We can check the 4-player missions though, so Schematic XP, Hero XP, with a tiny little bit of Pure Rain, and then Schematic XP again. Let's just go to Plankton. It's usually nice and quick in Stonewood. Plankton actually has a beautiful reward. So in the 34 encampments, which God only knows where that is. Someone help me out. Up here, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Legendary Tar Pit. So this is a beautiful trap to use by the objective. It stops smashers in their tracks. It stops every enemy in its tracks. When it does, it takes 1 durability away from the trap, which will happen for every single enemy. So just be careful with that. You'll need to put loads of durability on it. You don't really need damage or reload or anything on that because you're not really going to use it for that. So just put durability on it fully. Now, 4 times mission, we have Pure Rain, which is really good for the first one, so it's starting off pretty well in Plankton. Then we've got Survivor XP, so, we're going a bit timid again, but we're back up there with Reperk, with an extra bit on top as well, so nice little sprinkles on top of that Sunday. Then we've got Schematic XP, which, and then Hero XP at the top, so not too bad, not too great. It is just about right, I think, for Plankton. Then heading into Canny first. We do Canny first. Let's stick to the order. So Flame Grill Floor Trap, that's a great one to put in the collection book and do nothing else with. Please God, don't use that trap. It is trash. Right, Schematic XP. Further down here, we've got Hero XP. Just checking these 4-player missions until we get to anything that's worth getting again, which I think is the 64 zone. And would you look at that? We're in the 64 zone. So Krypton Sword, I feel like that's there every day somewhere. So if you don't have that by now, what are you doing? I don't know. But yeah, if you need it, there it is. Schematic XP on the 4 times, and the final 4 times is Hero XP. There's honestly not much more to show in Canny, so we'll just go into Twine. Why not? Treat yourself. At the very bottom, in the Cat 2, we have Neon Sniper Rifle. Now, this is a great sniper rifle that you can give to sniper defenders if you don't have, like, the Obliterator, for example. It will shoot through walls, so the defenders can do that. Those 2 missions are trash, by the way. And then, yeah, you can also use it to see through walls, because it will show it has, like, effectively a heat scope, which is quite nice. Sorry, people outside have just scared me. I think they're walking past. Hello? I don't know what I'm hearing. I'm kind of scared. I think it might be on my laptop. It's on my laptop. It's an advert. I'm scared. I was scared. I'm fine. Hopefully people made it through that. Right, there's 4 times mission. We've got lightning in a ball. Honestly, it terrified me. I thought someone was walking past outside. But the windows are closed, so I wouldn't hear it anyway. And here we are. We're going to keep moving on. Schematic XP. Keep going down. We've got Hero XP on that 4 times. I think up here we have a legendary weapon, which is nothing too crazy, so we'll just keep going. Schematic XP, Hero XP. What else have we got? Oops. We've got Survivor XP twice, which, I mean, nobody wants that, so why is it giving us? I don't know. Down here we've got Urban Assault Headhunter, who is actually a pretty decent hero if you are someone who uses, like, I don't know, pistols, assault rifles, SMGs, and you get headshots. She's pretty good for that. You like to actually use your weapons and build around those. We've got 4 times Storm Shard on the Cat 4 player, which is obviously a more difficult mission, but it's not top of Twine or anything. 2 Schematic XPs here. You probably want to skip those. What else is there worth showing? We've got Wall Lights down here, which is a great trap. You can knock smashers off stuff with that, so yeah, it's pretty good. Here we've got Striker AC as well, another decent hero, I'd say. And then 4-player missions is probably all we're going to show now. So 4 times Storm Shard, 4 times Hero XP. Carrying on up, we have 4 times Lightning Ball with Legendary Perk up as well. Pretty decent stuff. 4-player in the 140 is Reperk, not too bad, and Eye of the Storm, again, not too bad. For the 160s, we have Schematic XP on the Repair, with a Copper Nailer, just in case you want that at this point. The rewards aren't great, but the modifiers are, and it's the easy mission, so, it's up to you. Cat 4, modifiers are alright, and you got 6 times Reperk, damn. On this one, you've got Smokescreen, but other than that, not too bad. On the Van, and 5 Eye of the Storm is pretty good rewards. Then down here, 5 times Pure Rain with an extra Reperk. And again, the modifiers, not too bad. Yeah, looking out with those modifiers. Right, that does it for the missions and everything else. Now, we could show the event, people, and schematics. So if I go to... Oh, if I can figure out what even is... Retro Sci-Fi. So these are the ones you'll get in the llamas. I believe that... I'm not sure exactly which ones you can. I think you get Cyberclops. I think you can get these 4, right? And then Azalea Clark is from the quest line that we showed. So let's just check these. What we've got here, we've got energy damage by 20% while shields are at least 50% full. So that's kind of a high ask. I'm not sure if that's really that useful. Okay, this has been reset since. Crit hits with melee. I mean, I'm just going to stop when I see the word melee. Obviously, that might be useful if you do melee build, but personally, not that crazy about it. Eliminations with energy damage, restore mission shield. Not really that useful. And then we come to my boy, my one and only love in this world. No, of course, I have Liz and Amber, for those who actually know from the stream and stuff. But yeah, Cyberclops, honestly, I still hold this opinion that he is the best Outlander for Teddy in the game at top end of the game. He does unparalleled damage against enemies in the top, levels of Twine because they are elemental. And if you use any other Teddy in the game, this is the only Teddy that will do energy damage. All the other ones are physical. You're going to penalize yourself so much with the damage that the extra, time on the Teddy is not worth it. Bearing in mind that he has all damage abilities, so he doesn't have phase shift. There's none of that messing about with just zipping about, which I don't really care about. He's got Shock Tower and Seismic Smash, so if you're worried about the downtime on the Teddy, you've got a Shock Tower and a Seismic Smash to play with. So that's all I'm saying. Definitely one to get. In my opinion, get him. And then, Azalea Clark we've covered. And we can actually see what she does. Actually, let's just quickly, let's go on a side rant. Increase ability and damage by 15.5%. But as the main hero, she increases it by 75.5%. But her Teddy's not going to do energy damage. So that's kind of stupid. I don't know why they designed it that way. But, there you go. Now, if we can get the weapons up as well. So Retro Sci-Fi. I believe most of these are pretty good. I haven't really used this too much, but I do believe it is a decent weapon. It's got that 6th perk, which is quite nice as well. Not sure on this one. Oh, that's the one that causes the exploding. Honestly, these perks are so fun. When you crit and it causes the explode, or if you get an elimination, it causes the exploding stuff. So again, critical hits cause 7 explosive projectiles to scatter out the surrounding area. That is honestly such a fun perk, and it's so fun to see. The Gamatron is actually a pretty powerful rifle. This is actually a pretty strong SMG. Honestly, they're just strong. The sniper's pretty strong. The pistol's pretty strong. The deatomizer is a very strong launcher. It is one of the best in the game. It'll eat up your energy ammo though, but that is a positive in a way. That it doesn't use explosive, it uses energy instead. And then the pulsar, honestly, in my opinion, is one of the best shotguns in the game if you use this right. So it shoots out a ring, which then sort of gets a bit bigger, and then it'll stop at is it like 1.5 tiles or something? I can't remember exactly. Or maybe 1 tile. So it doesn't go too far, but again, it has the crit hits cause the explosions, and you can hit many enemies with one shot because it just it creates this ring, and anything in it. It's like a Doctor Strange portal ring that it sends out for any Marvel fans out there. But honestly, it's very good. I definitely recommend. This video is probably like half an hour long now, so I'm going to stop. That is all the weapons. We can stop here. Hit the road. You could probably skip. Check out the new event. And I'll hopefully see you guys in a stream tomorrow if you want to stop by for that. If you haven't done already, please do subscribe. Obviously, I've given quite a lot of information here. If you found that useful, maybe it's worth a subscribe. But thank you so much for watching the video. If you did get to this point, please do put in the comments, Cyberclops is the best. I want to see how many people made it this far into the video. I'd love to see and how many people actually support Cyberclops. But thank you so much, guys, and I hope you have a great day. Cheers.